Today on Hopped Up Beer Review, we're going to be reviewing Longleaf IPA from Appalachian Mountain Brewery out of Boone, North Carolina. Thanks for joining us. Hey, everybody. Welcome to Hopped Up Beer Review, the show where we give you our unprofessional and somewhat biased opinion about the beer we are drinking and reviewing. I've got Andy in the attic. I've got Jay, and we've added one more for this show. We've got Wes joining us today. Wes has seen the show before. We did a beer swap with Wes, and he is actually in our Discord listed as Rex Road there. So Wes, welcome to the show. Appreciate the beer swap and you joining us for a review tonight.
Yeah, thank you, man. I appreciate you guys doing the beer swap as well. I am enjoying all the Parish beers as well as, I don't know, there's a handful of them, so they've all been delicious, and look forward to doing it again, hopefully, maybe this fall when all those good seasonal stouts and ales come out.
Sounds great. Well, definitely appreciate you joining us. We're going to be reviewing a beer that we swapped with Wes. So excited about that. So gentlemen, what are we drinking today?
We're going to have that Longleaf IPA that Wes gave to us from the Appalachian Mountain Brewery. So let's crack it and get drinking.
It made your hand look huge. When I bring it close to the camera, it's like he's got the little pony can. All right, let's get to drinking.
Let's crack it open.
Oh, I found out that Rex doesn't like me either.
Did you shake one up? Is this
yeah.
Wow.
This was in a box, a 6-pack box, and so I'm the one who got it to you through a mutual, through Dwandy, our producer.
Yeah.
So perhaps it was Dwandy that shook it up.
Or maybe it was Andy shaking it up. Hey, what we know is I didn't touch the one that you got. So that's something we could definitely say.
So there's three people who could have done it. Oh, and the UPS worker.
Well, I would blame the pressurized. Maybe the UPS guys more so than anything else.
All right, who's ready to drink? Cheers, mates.
Cheers, mates.
Cheers, mates.
Cheers, mates.
God. So this is an American IPA, 7.1%, 74 IBUs. Appalachian Mountain Brewery's flagship beer, which they report. It's named after the longleaf pine, and as an ode to the old North State, North Carolina, has citrus, piney, resinous notes to it. A little bit about Appalachian Mountain Brewery, Boone, North Carolina, started in 2013, regional brewery, founded by two cousins with German heritage and passion for the environment and outdoor activities. It was the first brewery in Boone, North Carolina, and they're award winners. They've won multiple awards at U.S. Open, beer championships, and the Great American Beer Fest. Anything you can add, Wes, about the beer or the brewery?
The brewery, I think one cool thing that they've done recently is they are one of the first micro breweries, I guess, to buy themselves back from AB InBev after the what was the Craft Brewers Alliance was bought out by AB InBev. These two fellas have bought themselves back from AB InBev, and yeah, hopefully that leads to plenty more offerings. I know they had, talking to some of the guys there at the brewery, once they got into that big corporate level, there was a lot of things that they couldn't distribute. They could make it in the tap room, but they could distribute. So they had a lot of things in cans previously that they had to cut back once, it got down to bottom lines and what was profitable and what was not. So as a somewhat local guy who is a big fan of the brewery, I'm hoping for a lot of their old favorites to come back. I know that this week they released one called Panic Water, which is just a hoppy pills, and just a cool spot right there at Appalachian State University, and I don't know, we've been going there for years. They I don't know, just go hang out spot, cornhole boards, live music, typical local brewery stuff.
And you
Yeah,
are,
Boone.
and how far from Boone do you live?
I'm about an hour east.
Okay.
So yeah.
It's not something you could just go on down after work and go hit the brewery for a pint or two.
Yeah, no, not really. But we try to go at least once or twice a month, something like that. Normally we haven't in the past. I don't know, it's probably been a month or so since we've been, but we try to go. We found Sunday afternoons are pretty chill. It's not packed and you're standing there waiting on the table, but yeah.
Yeah, Boone's a neat city.
Yeah.
I've been there a couple of times. They have Grandfather Mountain there, and
oh yeah,
some great restaurants. And I never got to visit the brewery because it wasn't there when we went.
Yeah. They I guess one thing that my favorite thing about them is they are always trying something new, and they'll kind of admit that there's some hits and misses. Hey, we made this, and you may not see it again, but then there's a lot of stuff that they'll come back with and say, hey, we changed this, and try to make it a little better. So it's pretty cool.
As a brewer yourself, you can attest to that, the hits and misses.
Yes. Oh yes, absolutely. After dumping a batch just a couple weeks ago, yeah, that's not so fun.
Yeah, did you care to talk about your own brewery or brewing process? Yeah.
Yeah. So I guess going on 3.5 years ago, I guess 3 years ago, my wife got me just a Northern Brewer kit, and it was all downhill from there. It's one of those hobbies that are, I don't know, it's just fun. Just I'm not a scientist by no means, but trying to figure out, I guess, what can I do? What can I do to make it a little more hoppy, or what can I do to, just like that oatmeal stout that I've been chasing. That's probably my favorite style of beer. It's just a good solid oatmeal stout, and I've been chasing that, I guess, since I started brewing, and just trying. Okay, well, if I add more oats, what does that do? Or if I add a little more roasted malt or chocolate malt, whatever, what does it do? But it is a good hobby, and I enjoy it mostly just for I say community. It's not like I'm an actual brewery. I'm just a dude in the kitchen trying to make a few beers, but just sharing it. I call them care packages. I'm planning to take a big box with me to work tomorrow and pass out to all my coworkers of a few that I've done here recently. And I just like the conversations that it starts, and just historically, I think beer has always been center of conversation. The Marine started in, what was it, the Ton Pub or something like that, and a Ton Tavern, and yeah, and the American Revolution, and all the little pubs and all that stuff, and just the way alcohol has been interwoven in history. I find fascinating, and how it always seems to start a good conversation.
Yeah, me personally, I'm not really sure why you want to make beer more hoppy. That's me, because it tends to then be more bitter. But but no, that's definitely cool. And definitely.
No,
again,
you used to brew, didn't you, Ben? Isn't that?
I've never brewed. No.
Oh, okay. I thought you said you did. Okay.
No, he just has a kegerator.
He just has
Yeah,
Oh,
kegerator. Yeah, I go
he
buy
puts it
and then just
on. He's
shove
got
it
a
in the
fancy
fridge.
app, and
Yeah,
he has
it's
buys all
right
the
out.
handles.
Yep.
Well, so your brewery or your brewing is 1218, right?
yes, that's
And
that's my
I
anniversary.
think it's cool. You're on Untapped. I counted 19 brews that you've listed on Untapped.
Yes, I probably need to update that now
Yeah.
that you mentioned that. But yeah, again, that's my hobby. You know,
That's cool.
I don't spend a lot of money on other things, but when it comes to brewing, I get I don't know, into it a little bit. I guess make myself feel a little more important than I am.
Hey, that's why we have a YouTube beer show. So.
Right.
And wants to feel important.
That's right. All right. With that, let's go around and rate this. Wes, since you are our visitor to the show, we're going to let you go last, and also assume that you probably have had this before. Where I'm going to assume that the rest of us have not. I feel like that's a pretty safe assumption. So Jay, I'm going to call on you to go first.
Sure. Yeah, I worried for you, Ben, when it said longleaf pine and bitter and 74 IBUs. I was like, oh, that's gonna hurt Ben. But I really like it. I enjoy it. It's got a great flavor, easy drinking. Doesn't seem to be overpowering to me or too much bitter. I could see why this would be one of their flagships there. To me, it's an easy 7.5. I'd love to drink it. Wish I could get more of it. So I'll definitely be on the lookout when I travel up that way.
All right.
And thank you, Wesley.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you guys again.
Andy, what you think?
Well, I wanted to, I read the can earlier. I wanted to also ask Wesley, are you Nate? You're from North Carolina originally?
Yes, I am.
Okay. On the can, it has the state's toast. Can you recite that by heart?
No, I probably should have done a little homework and practicing that.
You don't want to raise your glass and do the toast, North Carolina.
To the old North State or something. I know that's in there somewhere, I think.
Here's to the land of the longleaf pine, the summer land where the sun doth shine, where the wheat grows strong and the strong grow great. Here's to down home, the old North State.
Yeah.
That's cool. Put your, I don't even know, does Mississippi have a motto? It's like, hey, we're last in everything.
Yeah.
Or our toast.
I don't know.
At least we're not Arkansas,
Hey,
I do like the red bird there with the hop in its mouth. That's really cool.
Andy, we hadn't gotten all the demographic data back. Our one fan may be in Arkansas, so
well, we all know what it's like. It's Mississippi, Alabama, and Arkansas all making fun of each other when we're all there.
I'm sorry, you're forgetting South Africa, where our other fans are.
Oh no, well, we got
we're international.
We had some Philippines, Indonesia.
All right, Andy, what do you think?
Okay, let me talk about this beer.
Moving this along.
Sorry. Good beer. It's this is a textbook IPA, American IPA. This is, you're going to get a little bit of that piney resin, but I can get a little sweet off of it too. So that kind of gives it a great balance. I would definitely have it again, and I've got 3 more to drink again. So I'm glad you sent it to me. I'm going to give it a 7.5.
How did that happen?
Yeah.
Ben?
He shipped it to me and I gave it to y'all. And a handling fee.
I'm not liking what I'm hearing here. All right. Hey, here's the banner, not the IPA guy.
There will be no banner.
First couple of sips of this were bitter. I mean, not overly bitter. I've definitely had more bitter beer. But at the same time, that has kind of, calmed down. And I think, you get definitely the piney, obviously. I think it's actually, though, pretty good. I mean, it is an easy drinking beer, here by the non-IPA guy having almost finished it. So
Wow.
I actually really enjoy it.
Must be thirsty.
Get past those first couple of sips of the bitter, and it's actually a really good beer. I'm going to go 7.5. So I think it's good.
I think we need to change your descriptor from non-IPA guy to IPA
bitter.
tolerant guy. So,
I mean, I've always said I don't shy away from them. They're just not my favorite.
but you have moved so far in the past, what, 15, 16 months?
They're still the last thing I'm going to order. You know, I mean, I'm not going to buy an IPA. That's going to be last. I'll try everything else. All right. Well,
next time we're together, I'm buying you an IPA.
I mean, if you buy me an IPA,
as long as you're buying, yeah. That's what I was saying. As long as you're buying.
You're going to steal money out of my wallet to then pay for the IPA. Then that becomes a different story. What do you think, Wes?
Yeah, no, I'm with you guys. It's when we go, like I said, they normally have a huge board full of different styles and everything, but this is one that I'm normally going to get at least one of when we go. Consistent, got that good piney resinous that you're always looking for in a classic American IPA. Yeah, it's just a solid, goes with anything that you can think of for supper. And yeah, I'm with you guys. I would give it a solid 7.5, and enjoy it. It's a good one.
That is going to give us a 7.5 for the Longleaf IPA from the Appalachian Mountain Brewery out of Boone, North Carolina. Definitely a solid IPA, American IPA. Definitely should grab if you see it out in the wild. So definitely check it out. Let us know if you've had it. Leave us some comments about that. Definitely appreciate Wes joining us again. We have met Wes through Discord. If you have not joined our Discord server, check the links down below. Hop in. It's just a chat program. It's nothing to be scared of. But Wes has come to us there, and definitely Wes, it's been great having you on the show. Appreciate again the beer swap and you giving us some beers that we haven't had access to. So definitely appreciate you coming on.
Yeah, thank you again for inviting me, and look forward to swapping more beers. And yeah, if anybody wants to join in the Discord, as you said, it is a ruckus good time, and it's a happening place. But you can also find me on Instagram at 1218 Brewing.
Awesome. All right, I'm not sure if you're talking about our Discord server or somebody else's, but appreciate the kind words. Definitely there. If you want to check us out on the social medias, they're down below in the description as well as Discord. So come say hey. With that, for Andy and the Attic and Jay and Wes, I'm Ben. Appreciate you checking out this video. Cheers, mates.
Cheers, mates.
Cheers, mates.